What's up, y'all? I've got some amazing news for you today. We have Anna Tan in the house. She just landed a 102K fully remote role in just 35 days. She's here to share her experiences with us in the SWORD program and share how the heck we got here today. So, Anna, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Jack.
Absolutely. So, can you kind of break down for us before discovering SWORD, before discovering tech sales, what life was kind of like for you?
Yeah, so I was working a role as a receptionist and I felt pretty stuck in my role just because I knew that I wasn't living up to my full potential. But the struggle was that I didn't have a lot of self belief and I honestly didn't really know what was out there as well that I could work my way into. And so I remember praying one night. It all started with the prayer, and then I found your page, and it just started from there.
Wow. Wow. And here we are from strangers to not even knowing about tech sales 35 days later, now starting an epic role. Tell us what life is like now after going through the SWORD program.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to start my new role in the new year. And being positioned in this way, I know that there are going to be a lot of more opportunities that are opening up to me, way more possibilities. And I've also developed a lot more self belief in what I'm capable of.
Amazing. I love it. And there's so many different programs out there. There's different coaches, there's all kinds of resources to help you get into tech sales. Can you kind of share why you ended up choosing SWORD and working with us?
Yeah, so when I found your Instagram page and I followed you, immediately you sent me a message. So that indicated to me that you're not just saying things to say things, you're actually walking the talk. It indicated to me that you had a process in place. And also, you built up a lot of authority in your background as an SDR manager, and also the testimonials that you have, and my own background research as well. And then I would say lastly, I did a self-analysis and basically isolating the variable in the times that I've been successful. And I know that across the board, it's when I had a coach one-to-one. I know there are a lot of resources out there that can support you on your way to landing a role like this. But for me personally, just identifying what my blocks and pains were and my past successes, I've noticed that it's every time I had a coach work with me, that's when I was the most successful. That was when I was able to heighten my chances of succeeding.
Absolutely. And I know you've done a lot of work with Yes Theory, who, if you have not seen on YouTube, y'all got to go check out Yes Theory. They do amazing work. Anna was very involved with them. And Anna, it took you saying yes, and it took you seeking discomfort, like they always talk about, to get here. So a lot of people I talk to, they're in similar situations as you are. They're not happy with where they are. They know they're not fulfilling their potential, but they don't know if they can make this transition. And a lot of people I talk to, we end up with them just staying on the fence. They don't want to commit to something like SWORD because of the fear of the unknown. What would you say to those people who are kind of on the fence about investing in SWORD?
Yeah. Well, I would say I completely understand where they're coming from because it wasn't long ago that I was also in that time kind of mindset. I would say to question if there's even a fence, ergo, be really honest with yourself. Because I think the common thought tracks that people experience before they invest in coaching, and I definitely did, was time versus money. And being completely honest, what I've invested in this program is a drop in the ocean compared to what I've gotten out of it. I've actually saved way more time and I actually earned a lot more money. And then another fear that I'm sure a lot of people share that I did as well is what if I invest in this coaching and it doesn't work out? I think that ties back into the belief that you need to take full ownership of your success. And to have some perspective, there are testimonials of people who have gone through the program and they've succeeded. So really think about what makes you so different from these other people. And if you truly, truly believe that there is a genuine reason why you're not able to succeed like everyone else has that went through the program, then I would actually challenge you to question that belief because is it serving you and is it holding you back? And if you do that and you're willing to work through it and eventually let it go, then you're just going to be better off.
Wow. Wisdom, life wisdom. And y'all, Anna is an amazing human being and she's very just real. And she came into the program not sure of herself. Like she did not know she could do this thing. And so I agree, Anna. There's a lot of people out there who are probably feeling the same exact way you felt. But that one difference, the reason some people get there, some people don't, just comes down to commitment. Are you going to say yes? And are you going to go for it and actually try? And the people that do that, they get the results, hence why we're here. And a lot of the work we did, Anna, was one on one. So I'm kind of curious to hear from your perspective, what's something that stuck out to you about my coaching style, working with me one on one?
I would say what stuck out about your coaching style is not only did you have high standards for me and your clients, but you also had high support. I think if you do without one or the other, it's probably not going to yield very great results. Um, and basically, you just called us higher. You were not afraid to have difficult conversations with us. You held us accountable. Yet you also paired that with holding space for any emotions, any worries, and being a very compassionate coach. And I think that was the fundamental for why I was able to be very honest. I think it's a team effort. And when you're able to be very transparent with your coach, you can only go higher in your journey.
Yeah, I agree. But it also takes, from my perspective, a client like you who's willing to share everything and willing to go deep, because that is really where we get into mindsets and beliefs that are holding us back, not just from finding a great job and starting a great career, but how do we find long term success in life and impact and purpose? So I can only go so far as the coach. It really is like a two partner dance. And Anna, you did a phenomenal job just committing to all of the work, not just finding a job, but mindset, beliefs, all of that. Really proud of you for that. And related question there would be, outside of the really high paying role, fully remote, tech sales, like all that is great. That's why we came here. But what do you feel like is something we achieved together that you're proud of outside of just landing the role?
Yeah, I think it ties back to building more self belief. I definitely had to borrow my belief from you, but having you speak truth over me, pray over me, believe in me, trust me, and you didn't just say it, you backed it up with action and opportunities for me. It meant the world. Um, I think it shows that when you have someone who is willing to work with you, meet you where you are, and believes in you and trusts in you, I think that makes the world of a difference. That's how I was able to build a lot of my self belief. And now that we have tangible results as well, it only heightens and makes it more vivid for me emotionally what it means to have genuine self belief.
Yeah. And now you're going to be able to take that same belief and give it to someone else. Right. And I love that you taught me that phrase, borrow your belief in me. And it reminds me of Jesus saying, faith as small as a mustard seed can move a mountain. And it's just borrowing that belief. Like, Anna, I believed in you, no doubt. From day one, I was like, she's going to rock this thing. But you had to borrow that for a minute because you didn't feel like you had that yourself. But after going through what you've gone through, you're going to have a story to tell so many other people out there that think their ceiling is here when it's really up there, that, hey, you can do this because I did it. I'm a living testimony of this thing. So I am so proud of you. And you're definitely going to impact others with your story. But the other question I have that kind of follows that theme of helping others is there's a lot of people out there struggling to get into tech sales still. What's something specific you feel like you learned in this program that if they knew about would actually help them go land a job?
I would say get good at storytelling because sales, whoever you're speaking with, especially when you're interviewing with them, you don't want to come in with a cookie cutter response. You want to make sure that you're wrapping in their values as a company and you're also speaking to them as a human. They need to know that you have that drive and that grit. So if you're able to wrap in their values, how it aligns with your values, any life experiences that you've faced, hardships, however willing you are to get vulnerable, and also your work experience, and wrap that into a story that's engaging, then they're going to be more intimately tied to your reason why. And they will want to support you because as humans, that's just how we're wired.
1000%. Every purchase we make is emotional first, and then we use logic to justify it. So what you're talking about is so true. Like you have to get them to see you as a human first. What drives Anna? Why is Anna here? What's going to help her through the really hard days? And if you can get them bought in on you as a human, then the rest of the interview cycle is just proving to them that you are those things. And so that is probably a really key takeaway where you do have to be vulnerable in these interviews. And it's not like you're just trauma dumping and my life sucks. And no, no, no. It's very constructive. Like, hey, here's what I've been through. Here's why it made me the person I am today. And here's how this role and this opportunity aligns with who I want to be at the end of my life as a human. And you're right. If you can tell that story, you get people bought in on you. And Anna, I am so, so grateful we connected because the Anna I'm talking to today and the Anna I first met, I saw where you were going to be, but for you to go on that journey in just 35 days and make this transition, so, so, so proud of you. You're going to crush this role and any role you do after this. And you have been one of the best clients I've ever had. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jack. I honestly could not have done it without you. You're a very genuine person. You care very, very much. And I will always be grateful for this experience and for you.
Amazing. Thank you.